So we're gonna
see
how
him
he
against
does here.
MaGik.
And this might seem like a little rough matchup. Wario does like struggle a bit with swords. It's not like super bad like you see with some other people.
He went from fighting a character who tends to do well against swords and like breaking in and exposing their like frame data weaknesses up close, and up against a Wario, a character who tends to struggle against that same type of character. So we'll see how Tofalu manages. Been making a pretty good loser's run ever since losing to Hunger, it seems.
This is a 7th place. He beat MTE to get here.
Ooh, not bad. I wonder who MTE played in that
I feel
set.
like that's probably Sora if he was
Probably.
still playing it. I feel like beating MTE is a lot of people's gateways. Like, oh, they got a decent win. They have an MTE win.
And then things happen from there. So Tofalu, is this his first time here?
His first time here, definitely.
Yeah. So
Unless he's just done that before and not noticed.
Making his mark.
Yeah, with his Marth.
Yeah.
Doing really well. He's, like I said, his spacing is really good.
And his movement, I actually quite like.
He's moving around the platforms too and everything. It's hard to break through his barrier that he's kind of setting up. But there's a lot of like retreat. They're not just spaced aerials. They're like retreating too, which is a very big difference.
Yeah, getting these tippers pretty well.
You're up so high now. Almost gonna die to that up air, but catching him going down with the back air.
Really nice. And a lead against Wario is not a lead, but
almost killing with that
oh
tipper. We don't see too much Wario in general anymore.
Yeah.
But MaGik has still been rocking it ever since.
MaGik loves this guy. This this eccentric man.
It's a really interesting way to grab ledge. He like jumped from under the platform and just air dodged forward and to grab the platform to try to get something from there.
MaGik's going for a lot of these nairs, and I think Tofalu has like realized that and is like playing neutral around it.
Something over the bike, yeah. This stage control from Tofalu is so good. MaGik's really struggling to find a way in. And unfortunately, Wario doesn't really have a good like camping tool besides just getting waft. So you can't really like force Tofalu to approach you in this matchup. You really do have to be the one going in, which makes it really rough.
Especially when you've got like the deficit.
Yeah, you can see
and he's going for waft setups.
Yeah, so Tofalu has to be careful with his jumps, especially if he gets called out with like a landing up air or an air or something. So he needs to be really careful.
Tofalu's also going for a lot of like pressure break up Bs, and I wonder if MaGik's going to do anything about that.
Just been a raw waft.
I think he wants to save it.
Maybe.
I think like he's like, I've got an advantage state, and I can use waft on the next stock.
I guess so, yeah.
Because at this point he's at 85. It's more worth it to not waste waft on it.
Yeah, trying to catch a landing there, but Tofalu just jumps out and lands back to safety. MaGik's going to have to find his kill and get something, but the spacing from Tofalu, especially if he's recognizing the options MaGik wants to go for when he has the waft, especially.
And I think MaGik's playing a much more diverse neutral now that he's not looking for waft, though.
Yeah, he's using a lot more. There's a lot more back airs, especially like down tilts and everything. It's not just like up air and nair, using his bigger moves.
That almost killed. Ooh, he barely got the bike back. You saw the flash happen just before he used it.
And it was a good wait after he jumped off the bike to not get hit by the up B either.
Ooh, but the good spacing on the movement to get that tipper F tilt.
Nice dash back from Tofalu. Be stealing out game 1 for themselves. I wonder if Tofalu's a melee player.
Maybe.
I could see it.
Especially with stuff like the grounded movement and the spacing to get tippers.
But it's definitely possible.
It could just be, you know, someone who likes playing Marth.
Yeah. I'm going to go to Hollow Bastion here.
Hand in hand. I haven't heard this song.
I haven't really listened to the music.
It sounds like Disney.
Shocker.
Wow.
Who could have seen that one coming?
I think if MaGik plays more overall like he did in that moment where he was trying to get the kill without waft, I think he'll do better.
But and now that we don't have waft here, yeah, it's like, I guess it's like if you know what MaGik's looking for, it's like early percents you want to start with a nair. But it feels like in mid or later percents, it could be a bit better for MaGik.
It's like when MaGik has a thing he wants to hit, he kind of focuses on it. But when he's just like, I want to get you with anything, I have a lot of things that'll work in this situation, his neutral gets a lot better because he's not like single-mindedly focusing on it.
Yep, that's fair enough. Catching the landing is Tofalu. A lot of really good dashbacks from him, just like babysitting MaGik back so he can get a good hit.
And no bike, no jump, and he throws the bike off stage. He's like, I don't know how to play with this. You do. Get it off the stage.
A landing up air is going to lead into another. I almost expected like a half off there, but I don't think it was charged.
Probably not yet.
MaGik has to.
Whoa!
That was a weird hitbox, but Tofalu's still alive, not getting hit with the back air either. He has stage control now.
Oh, wow.
The bike wasn't around apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently he was still counted as alive from when it was thrown off.
It was, it has a 7-second timer on it, and I guess it was like,
Oh, I see.
yeah, like bike despawns, and then 7 seconds later you can get it back.
I didn't know there was a 7-second timer.
Yeah.
But Tofalu keeping the pressure on. Finally breaking out his MaGik, but we got a 3 stocks to 1 situation here. Really has to find this like back air or F tilt or like down tilt dash attack.
Yep.
But Tofalu getting so much damage off.
He's not afraid to go out.
And you have to find your way in for the move too. And you can tell he's going for a lot of dash attacks now. Tofalu's probably recognized it. A nice
and
tipper
the
back
tipper
air.
bear, wow.
Going to seal it and
that
destructive
was just,
game.
That
from
was just
Tofalu.
so solid. Tofalu's got, you know, good spacing, good playing around his opponent's options.